ladies and gentlemen on YouTube. My name is Robert Serrano Jr., and I am the natural born thriller. Because I'm the natural, and I'm born to be the thriller. And if you don't like it, beat it. Because no one wants to be defeated. I'm just saying. So what's going on, YouTubers? So I'm doing an early start here, but this will be your basically welcome to the Impact Wrestling Review, the show from January 11th, 2018. My apologies for that. It's not 2010, it's 2018. So let's get to the show. Not gonna go too long with this, folks. So let's just jump right into it. So here we go. So the show from welcome to Impact Wrestling from January 11th, 2018, from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Your commentators with Jeremy Borash and Charles Matthews. So the show opened up. Well, to be honest with you folks, I came in 10 minutes late watching the show. So, and thank God I did too, because the show opened up with the American Top Team. They basically celebrating the end of James Storm's career. So yeah, I'm glad I missed it. And another thing that I'm glad I missed as well is that they decided to have KM to join the American Top Team. So now, the American Top Teams are not just an organization. It's now become a wrestling faction in Impact Wrestling right now. So yeah, American Top Team has added KM as a new member of their group. Alright, they should already played this earlier. They should already played this later on. But yeah, I didn't care for it. But basically, you have Moose and Eddie Edwards coming out to attack them. Basically, Lashley and KM, and they set up a match for later on. But I'll get to that later. But yeah, I didn't see the segment from the beginning because again it was it went by because 10 minutes went by and I didn't even know that American Top Team came out to the club to start the show basic start of Impact Wrestling. So that was just about it. So next we get to EC3. He goes a promo talking about how Matt Sydal he choked on his opportunity to become the Impact Grand Champion. He basically also calls out on Matt Sydal, but instead of Matt Sydal we get Petey Williams instead, the Canadian Destroyer. So we get a match between EC3 and Petey Williams. Decent start to open up the show. Besides the American Top Team celebrating James Storm's career coming to an end. So EC3 and Petey Williams they're working the match. All of a sudden, someone from the crowd comes in and attacks EC3 and it ends up being Matt Sydal. So Matt Sydal goes after EC3. EC3 retreats after that. Basically, he wins by DQ because Matt Sydal interfered. So yeah, and that was it. I'll get to Matt Sydal later. He cut a promo about EC3, but I'll get to that later. Mackenzie Mitchell, she interviews Allie, and Allie shows some fire. She shows some passion. She shows anger, saying that someone from WWE doesn't show that much fiery passion promos. Who is that? Oh yeah, Bailey. So yeah, Allie wasn't a fan of her before, but she's getting it done with her promos, with her wrestling, and now with her character having some edge into her. Unlike Bailey. Bailey's character is, oh, I'm gonna hug you, it's trash. I'm over the whole thing with Allie being, all about bunnies and cuddly and nice and all that. That's not the Allie I want to see. The Allie I want to see is the cherry bomb inside of her, and that's exactly what I got. So basically, Allie is channeling cherry bomb because That's who Ali is. Cherry Bomb is Ali. But I gotta deal with the Ali character. But doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Ali is getting it done for me. Bailey is not. Basically, Ali in Impact Wrestling is doing a better Bailey than Bailey is doing in WWE. And that's saying much. That's saying something. So, but moving on. Yeah, that was good. That was good. A good promo there from Ali. She's saying that she's not small. She's not to be taken lightly. She's gonna come at Lorna Vanessa because Lorna Vanessa attacked her last week and she wants to get back at her. So we'll get to that later. Um, Also, we see Eli Drake, the Impact World Champion, and Chris Adonis. They basically were showing up in the Impact, in the arena, and then Alberto Patron, he was pasting, and then also he looked pissed off, and that was it. Um, I was just say there, it just showed them, being backstage. Next we get Matt Sydal. He talks about how EC3 challenged him and all that. He called him out, and he's like he showed up, and then EC3 decided to retreat, basically run away like a coward that he is. Matt Sydal talks also about what comes to the Impact World Championship title. It's like he said, no more judges, no more rounds. Let's just do this 1-on-1, and not just any 1-on-1 match. He wants this to be a 60-minute iron, basically like it's like no, I don't think he said an Iron Man match, but he says 60 minutes, um, between these two for the Impact Grand Championship title. So basically, they want to throw out the whole concept and the whole Impact Grand Championship title rules out the window. With basically, like I said, with no judges, with no rounds, no 3 minutes, just a 60-minute match between Matt Sydal versus the Impact Grand Champion EC3 for the Impact Grand Championship title. So he's throwing down the gauntlet, but all EC3 has to do now is to accept that challenge. So yeah, it was a good promo by Matt Sydal. He said he's reborn because he's reborn Matt Sydal. And yeah, that was pretty good. Next we get an old clip of Impact Wrestling, which you can watch all these old Impact Wrestling shows. When it comes to it doesn't matter if it was NWA, TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, Global Force Wrestling. When it comes to the merge of Global Force Wrestling and Impact Wrestling, doesn't matter. You go watch it on, let's see, what's it called again? The Global Wrestling Network, I believe that's what it's called. That you could purchase to watch old school TNA matches and all that. Basically they show one involving Kurt Angle, that at the time he was TNA World Champion versus James Storm. And I remember that night, folks. I remember watching that show on that night, where James Storm was getting his ass kicked by Kurt Angle for a good minute, and then Kurt Angle let his cockiness get the better of him, where James Storm from out of nowhere does a last call super kick and pins Kurt Angle for the win to become the new TNA World Champion. I still remember that night where James Storm won the title on that night, and the crowds at the time in the Impact Zone, they were loud for James Storm. They were going bananas. They were so happy for him. As I was like, damn, I can't believe he won the belt. It was an awesome moment for James Storm, but he never got that opportunity again. When he won that title for Kurt Angle, it was only a 2-week title reign, and years later, we thought people like me thought he was going to be on the Impact, the world champion again in Impact Wrestling, but it never happened, and it's very disappointing. Where his career went, when it comes to him being back in tag team matches, and having his own faction, and has a single title run too as well, but it didn't last long either. Like his world title run didn't last either, and like wow. But I don't understand why they never give James Storm that second chance, to give him a real title reign. of being the world champion for that company. I don't understand that. As and now, but it doesn't matter now, like, cause he's gone, and James Storm's no longer there. It sucks, but um, whatever. Next we get to Casey Spinelli versus Lorna Finesse. This is a non-title match. Match itself was pretty decent. At the end, yeah, Lorna Finesse going over Casey Spinelli. After the match, we get Ali attacking Lorna Finesse, and there you go. And keep in mind, Ali is still named the #1 contender for the Knockouts Championship against Lorna Finesse. So, and whatever that match is gonna happen, I don't know. But whatever. Okay, so that's the end of hour #1 for Impact Wrestling. The total amount of wrestling for hour #1, I believe, was 3. Is it? Oh no, it's actually 2. The old school between Kurt Angle versus James Storm, that doesn't count because that's just because it was showing old clips of of what you could see if you purchased their network of global wrestling network. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, but 2 hours. I mean, the first hour was two matches. That was the amount of wrestling that was on it. Excuse me. Then you get into the second hour of Impact Wrestling, and it will feature the Impact World Champion Eli Drake and Chris Adonis. So basically, Chris Adonis goes to promo and tells everyone this. What he wants them to do right now is to sit down and shut your mouths for the Impact World Champion Eli Drake. So Eli Drake goes to promo, basically telling all the crowds that they're dummies, and he started going. He kept saying yeah and all that, dummy, yeah. So then Eli Drake talks about, he beat Alberto Patron. He's basically bragging about how he beat Alberto Patron for to retain his world title. And then also Alberto Patron comes out, and he's cutting a promo, acting like he's a babyface. I'm like, wait a minute, but you're a heel. I thought that was weird the way it was that Alberto Patron came out there and he's for the people. That's nothing. He didn't turn his back on the people, by the way. But close to his heel turn, it was made very clear that he didn't turn on the fans. He turned on the company because of what the company how they treated his situation from last year. When it came to he didn't do anything wrong. When it came to himself and Paige, with that whole thing that went down, and the whole thing with Alberto Patron, let's see, I'm trying to remember what else happened. Yeah, basically, Alberto Patron, he didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, the reason why I'm bringing this whole thing up is because, again, Alberto Patron came out there and cut a babyface promo, and I was a little confused there because he's supposed to be a heel, but whatever. But basically, he says he wants to challenge Eli Drake for the title. He said basically he was trying to do the whole right here, right now, like how WWE does it when it comes to doing the talking segments, and then all of a sudden we get to this whole thing where we don't have to wait till Sunday or whatever. We could do this right here, right now. So that's exactly what they were trying to do here. So all of a sudden we get Johnny Impact. He comes out and he basically talks down Alberto Patron, and then he also agreed with him about one thing. He said, yes, we can do this right here, right now. And so basically we get a fight. An all-out brawl happened between Impact and Patron, and then Eli Drake and Chris Adonis, they joined the fight. And then all of a sudden, who wins the fight? Of all people, once again, just like he won all of his matches, just like he won. Well, actually, I was gonna say he won that fight against Patron, but he didn't. It was actually Patron who won that fight, but still, basically the same guy who wins all his matches every time, Johnny Impact. He wins this fight against all three of these guys. Damn, but you know what? It doesn't matter because he's nothing to me in Impact Wrestling. In Lucha Underground as Johnny Mundo, he means something to me. But in Impact Wrestling as Johnny Impact from Trash Town, California, he's nothing to me. And plus, Impact Wrestling's not gonna give him the opportunity to be world champion anyways because he's not delivering on the mic. And after hearing about what I heard, they had no plans for giving that belt to Johnny Mundo. I mean to Johnny Impact, I meant to say. So anyways, so yeah, there you go. That was a good start for round number two. But let's continue on. Next we get Moose and Eddie Edwards. They were shown backstage, preparing their match for later on. I'll get to that later. Then we get a Pluto TV of the week, where they show Raven being his head shaved by James Mitchell and I don't remember who this other guy was. But this other guy, he later on ends up being Mil Muertes in Lucha Underground, but still, I'm trying to remember what was his name in Impact Wrestling at the time. But anyways, but yeah, that was your Pluto TV of the week when it comes to Raven having his head shaped bald. I don't remember how this happened because up next we had the American Top Teams. They cut a promo backstage, obviously. I don't remember what it was about, but I probably didn't care. I didn't care for it though. But whatever. Basically, I think they were talking strategy, something like that. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, I don't care. Moving on. Next we get Joseph Park and Chandler Park. From Park and Parks, our attorney at law. Yeah, sometimes I draw a blank. I'm trying to remember what they called it. But anyways, so basically, Chandler Parker is bragging about how he's undefeated, even though he's only won one match, but he's undefeated. Yeah, against some jobber. And Joseph Parker says, trying to remember what he said. Joseph Parker basically said, don't get, don't get too overconfident, stuff like that. But and also Jimmy Jacobs shows up. He basically confronts, Chandler and Joseph, basically to Joseph because he was talking about Joseph Park about you must be the monster of Abyss and all that. But where is that? Where is that monster? And then Joseph Park says that Joseph Park is never coming back. Basically, that's his basically that's what basically he's saying there. That Abyss is never gonna come back. And also Chandler started measuring up to Jimmy Jacobs, and all of a sudden he Joseph Parker's talking to Chandler, he's like calm down and all that, and then Chandler's like I got this, and all of a sudden Kung Kong shows up, and Chandler was acting like he was scared and all that. So basically we're gonna get we have a new program here, and what's it gonna lead to? The return of Abyss to face Kung Kong. That's what it's gonna lead to. But I'm interested to see how that's gonna turn out. All right. So there you go. Okay, next we get to OVE, Ohio versus Everything. They found LAX's hideout. They went into their hideouts. They trashed their stuff, beer bottles, their cards, basically the tables. They got the briefcase with the money in there, and they took their flags. Yeah, they took their basically they basically trashed the place. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, how do they know where to find LAX? No one's supposed to know where LAX's hideout's at. So I thought that was interesting though. But next we get, and then we get LAX coming. Basically they show later on that LAX shows up and they're pissed off. They're freaking pissed. Even Conan's pissed off. And Santana is he's like, let's get these guys and all that. So then Conan, he basically says, we're gonna do things. We're gonna do things violently, and he's basically talking about barbed wire and all that, like barbed wire. Like, oh wait a minute. So basically, the match that LAX and OVE is gonna have, which I think they said next week. I'm assuming they said it was next week. It's gonna be a barbed wire match, no ropes. The barbed wires are the ropes, and like wow. So yeah, I cannot wait for that match. Um, okay, now next we get to the Kota Lee and Hakeem Zayn. We get a six-man tag team match, and they go up against Sanjay Dutt, Carlson Jr., and Desmond Xavier. The match itself was pretty good. I wish this was the main event match, but you know we can't get what we want, right? But still, match was pretty good. In the end, you got Desmond Xavier picking up the win for his team. So yeah, Sanjay Dutt, Garza Jr., and Desmond Xavier, they win the match, and I guess that was a pretty good match. After the match, we get the Impact X Division champion Taiji Ishimori. He confronts Desmond Xavier, and he decided, you want this title, you got it. So yeah, we're gonna get a match between Desmond Xavier versus Ishimori for the championship. The X Division championship, and I can't wait for that match. Whenever they decided to do it, has been told of when they're gonna do it yet, but it's gonna happen though, and I can't wait. A match between Taiji Ishimori and Desmond Xavier, two very gifted athletes in wrestling. Can't wait. Main event time. We get Bobby Lashley and KM, and they're being accompanied by Dan Lambert and his dumbass, crippled guy from the MMA, from American Top Teams, But it's basically this match is about Lashley and KM versus Moose and Eddie Edwards. Um, so as far as this match was, I thought it was good. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was good. And the reason I say it was good is because there was no outside interferences from American Top Teams, because just except for one person, but and that was Dan Lambert. But I'll get to him. But other than that, there was no commotions. There was no interferences from any other members of the American Top Teams. I guess you could say the other guy, the one in crutches and neck brace and all beaten up and everything. By the way, they did a spot where he's on the apron and all that, and the match started already, and he's not getting off the apron. Like, yeah, I can see this coming. They're gonna obviously have either Eddie Edwards or Moose knock him off, but sure enough, they have both of them knocking this guy off. So the match starts, and like I said, I thought the match was pretty good. Nothing bad about the match other than what happened at the end of it. I mean, it wasn't a big a big deal or anything, but it was a little something. But we get Moose and Lashley, I believe. Yeah, Moose and Lashley, they were fighting into the crowd, I believe. I'm assuming they were fighting into the crowd, or maybe outside of the ring, which I remember. But all of a sudden, Eddie Edwards gave it the put away KM. Then Dan Lambert, he distracts Eddie Edwards by tapping him from the foot. So KM takes advantage, and he went for his finishing move. I'm trying to remember what was his finishing move called. Basically, he gets him in a powerbomb position and then drops him down, like he's going for a sail powerbomb, but instead of a sail powerbomb, he does like a lung blower instead, which is a very sick move that KM does. And by the way, he hasn't done that move for a while now, because they never take this guy seriously, and now they're taking the time to take him seriously. But nevertheless, he picked up the winner over Eddie Edwards. So Lashley and KM from the American Top Teams, they won the match. Basically, they won the main event match, and that was it. That's how the show ends. Tomorrow Wrestling, not for Tomorrow Wrestling for hour number 2. I believe it was 3. No, 2. Because it was just a fight, between El Patron, Impact, Adonis, and Eli Drake. So that was the fight. That was a match. Well, it started as a promo, and then it turned into a fight. But yeah, not that much matches here, folks. But we'll talk about wrestling for Impact Wrestling from on January 11th, 2018. 4 matches. I wish it could have been more, but I'm trying to remember what else they did. Oh yeah, they basically did some segments that signaling some other matches that could be happening, like for example OVE and LAX. That so yeah. And and, and also the whole thing with Joseph Park, Chandler, and you know Kong Kong. But other than that, yeah, nothing else here to talk about. So, but yeah, I thought the show was good. It was better than last week, though. Last week's show was which is bad bad written all over it. Like especially when it came to James Storm's career, the way it ended. So I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think last week I gave it a 4 out of 10, if I'm not mistaken. But but this week it was a better show. So 7 out of 10, and I think next week's show is gonna be better, cause I just also read about that it's gonna the match between OVE and LAX it's gonna be next week. That it's gonna be the bar wire match. Um, last 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 time I saw a bar wire match, or the last thing that I remember when it comes to a bar wire match was Sabu versus Terry Funk from ECW, and that match was brutal too. So you add in OVE and LAX in the mix for this one, especially wait from OVE you got Sammy Callahan. Well, he's well known to being a hardcore wrestler. So see how that turns out. So that being said, folks, I'll wrap up from there. So thank you all for watching. This was your Impact Wrestling review for the show from on January 11th, 2018. So there you go. So if this is your first time watching me on YouTube, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., the Natural Born Driller. So please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. If you do like if you dislike this video, give it a dislike. The choice is yours and no one else's. So you'll have a good night, and you see any announcement they make before oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one video, and it's gonna be about the WE MSG event that I went to, and I'm gonna read you the cards, and this one segment that I have it on the show, that went to and let you know how I felt about it, and another thing, what else? Another thing, um, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing a video this week, a response to Roman Hall Productions. Be on the lookout for that one. So that being said, you all have a good night. Take care. Peace on the streets. Talk to you all soon. But for now, I'm out. Take care.